Welcome everyone. Tonight on the program, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia challenges Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area to move to liberalize airspace among member countries to facilitate easy movement of goods and services.
I'm challenging the AFCFTA Secretariat and the Secretary General to move quickly, for example, in the implementation of open skies across the African continent.
We're bringing more from the Made in Africa Trade Roundtable. Also coming up, Association of Ghana Industries welcomes establishment of National Development Bank, hoping it will improve considerably access to credit following post-COVID-19 economic recovery.
ADI would like to see government prioritize its intervention to prop up industries.
And the Joy Business Van gets a tour of one of Ghana's leading packaging firms, Royal Crown Packaging Limited. This is Business Live. Thanks for being with us. Details in a moment. Now, in our first story tonight, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has challenged the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area to move to quickly liberalize airspace amongst member countries to facilitate easy movement of goods and services. According to him, Africans are anxious to see the successful implementation of the trade pact since it's a game changer for the development of African economies. The Vice President also charged African countries that are yet to sign and ratify the agreement to do so immediately. He was speaking at the Made in Africa Trade Roundtable on the implementation of AFTA by the Center for African Legal Studies at the UPSA Law School.
African governments, the private sector, civil society, development partners, and the general public must double their efforts and accelerate the implementation of both the AFCFTA for the sake and benefit of the current and future generations. I would like to ask the AFCFTA Secretariat to move quickly. Africans don't want to see this as a paper once again signed. We want to see implementation. We want the quick wins. We want to see that this agreement is bringing real change on the continent. And for that matter, where I'm challenging the AFCFTA Secretariat and the Secretary General to move quickly, for example, in the implementation of open skies across the African continent so that we can fly very easily amongst ourselves. This, in the context of the services protocol, I think it's something that can be actioned quickly, and we should move. It just requires commitment. I don't think it requires much more than that, and we should all move quickly to have open skies across the African continent, at least between the 38 that have ratified so far and amongst everybody else who ratifies subsequently. We will encourage and support initiatives which seek to educate the general public on issues relating to the opportunities as well as impediments to full realization of the benefits of the Continental Initiative.
Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Area, Wamkeli Meni, who was a speaker at the roundtable, said the Secretariat would do everything possible to help the continent industrialize and boost intra-Africa trade by more than the present 18%. He said his outfit will soon champion a dispute settlement mechanism to boost investor confidence.
What we seek to achieve is to build Africa's jurisprudence on trade law, to build Africa's own expertise and capacity on trade law, investment law. And I don't think that legal disputes are necessarily a bad thing. I think legal disputes do assist in the clarification of the law, in ensuring that everybody knows, each country knows what each particular provision in the agreement requires of it to do. And so the legal process is a very, very important part of implementation of a free trade agreement, because, as I say, this is how you achieve predictability, certainty, and clarity of the obligations that have been enshrined in the agreement. Last month, here in Ghana, in Accra, we hosted the inaugural meeting of the dispute settlement body. And I think that it was really a very important symbol that we have here in Accra, a city and a country, Ghana, that contributed so much philosophically to Pan-Africanism. I thought that it was very, very important symbolically that we launch the inaugural meeting of the dispute settlement body of the African Continental Free Trade Area here in Ghana, to send a very, very positive signal to the investor community that Ghana is the center for trade and commercial diplomacy in Africa. And certainly that Ghana is now the host of the AFCFTA Secretariat.
Well, we'll still stay with AFTA because Director General of the Ghana Standards Authority has urged businesses trading under the Trade Pact to ensure their goods and services meet set standards. He was speaking at the launch of the 10th Ghana Quality Awards.
As of this year, we are trading among Africa. You can sell to South Africa, and for the appropriate goods, you pay no tariffs. So now the door is open. But one thing is not compromised: quality. I believe that Ghanaian companies can export to Africa and beyond, but we have to meet the needs of the markets, and that's where quality comes in. And I am looking forward to the GSA supporting industry to export. The aftermarket is supposed to be huge, 1.3 billion people, and we are hoping that Ghanaian companies will partner with AGI and with the GSA to be able to export. As we support the industry awards, these are pledged once again. We make this pledge every year. We are here to support industry to grow, especially the micro, the small, the medium enterprises. We have started graduating our charges as well as our services so that everyone can have a step onto the door. Please talk to us. You may think you cannot meet the requirements. Our job is to help you meet it. We do not pass you, we do not fail you. We help you meet the requirements so that you can export. Because when we have more industries exporting more, then that means that we get more money. When we get more money, then it means we get more jobs. When we get more jobs, it means we have more fun.
Meanwhile, the Association of Ghana Industries has welcomed the establishment of the National Development Bank, hoping it will improve considerably access to credit following post-COVID-19 economic recovery. Speaking at the launch of the 10th Ghana Quality Awards, Chief Executive Sertu Makwabwa reiterated the need for government to prioritize the full recovery and resilience of local industries.
We experienced a drastic slowdown in business activity last year with the outbreak of the pandemic. Global supply chains were terribly disrupted, and this development exposed our vulnerability to shocks as an economy. The GDP growth of 0.9% for our manufacturing subsector is not the best. We all acknowledge that. Considering the turbulence that our businesses went through, it has become expedient to adjust the dynamics of local and international trade, taking cognizance of the AFCFTA, which remains the largest single market. Against this background, I believe it is crucial that our businesses quickly adjust to keep wheels of industry running. Therefore, the theme, positioning local industry, is in sync with the times of the season. In this regard, AGI would like to see government prioritize its intervention to prop up industries. May I reiterate that industry appreciates efforts by government that have made it possible for Ghana to play host to the CFTA Secretariat. This is indeed no mean achievement. Efforts by government to set up the Development Bank is also very much welcomed by industries, because access to credit and cost of credit remain a major challenge for most of our businesses, especially our SMEs. The African Continental Free Trade Agreement, considered as the flagship project under the AU Agenda 2063, has the potential of being one of the world's largest markets, and thus present a myriad of opportunities for businesses in Ghana. It is therefore extremely important that industry gets the needed support to boost local production and manufacturing infrastructure, to add value to its commodities for export, as well as develop the capacities of our human resource to fully benefit from the CFTA. Even though the number of government programs to support industry are commendable, we believe the timeliness of the interventions make a big difference in resuscitating local businesses. I therefore urge government to expedite action of its Obatampa Cares program to propel us to leverage the opportunities of the CFTA. We are anxious to see how these initiatives can inure to the building of capacity of local industries.
All right, AGI CEO there, Sechum Akwabwa. Let's turn to other news for you tonight. The Minister for Communications and Digitalization, Esther Osei-Kuffour, has indicated there are plans to register all SIM card-enabled devices in the country. According to her, this is part of plans to check fraudulent activities on the rise here in Ghana. Now, addressing the media, the minister noted that the exercise may coincide with the re-registration of SIM cards slated for June this year.
The law requires us to do so. It hasn't been done for a long time because we didn't have a proper way of verifying the identity of the people to register them. All the cards that we were using had corrupted databases, so it was difficult. There was a lot of duplication in some of the systems that we have. But now with the national ID, we have a secure means of identifying and verifying the identity of people. And so now we can begin to implement the law properly. We needed to do that, put that infrastructure in place first, before we could move towards the SIM registration. Now, it's not just the SIMs that are going to be registered, but the devices are also going to be registered to clamp down on stolen and grey devices. So that if your device is registered and it is stolen, it can be blocked and it cannot be used with any SIM card in this country. We hope with that we will go a long way towards curtailing crimes committed using mobile devices and SIM-enabled devices. And I think we all understand the need for that. Now, our mobile phones are not just phones, they are our offices in our pockets. They need to be secured because of the value of the information that is stored on them, and our tablets and other devices as well. So it's imperative that we register both the devices and the SIM cards.
And you're watching Business Live. Still ahead, we tour one of Ghana's biggest packaging firms, Royal Crown. Do stay with us. Details after the break. Welcome back. Now, Ghana's push for industrialization means an explosion in the number of manufacturing firms that would certainly need packaging on a very large scale. Now, rather than import packaging products, Royal Crown Packaging Limited was established 6 years ago to meet that gap. Today, it's not only meeting the needs of local manufacturers, but exporting its products to other countries in West Africa. On the Joy Business Van tonight, we get a tour of the facility and insight into the packaging industry.
The paper reels, yes.
That's so much paper.
It's actually so little. I want more.
It's a busy production day, as is always the case. Various machinery in action, manufacturing a broad range of corrugated box and folding carton solutions. Royal Crown Packaging was founded in May 2015. General Manager in charge of sales, Gifty Mensah Kwaku, tells me.
That time, yes, there were others doing the corrugated boxes to pack your usual. It was mainly used by the food and beverage industry, pharmaceuticals, the cosmetics, the soaps and detergents, industrial, and then chemicals. So, and then actually agro. Agro was a big thing. You remember we had this, we were exporting a lot of pineapples then, and then we still do export some bananas. But what was happening was there still was a gap.
A gap Royal Crown was poised to fill. The newcomer in the business needed to draw big manufacturing companies, some of them multinationals.
We did do our background checks. We knew that either they were importing everything, or they were buying some locally and importing. So what we do was we normally would approach them, present them with a sample of what they are using, and give them a better, much improved one, catch their mind, because the space that was there was like, this is what is there, you take it or leave it. But we decided to partner with them. So that was how come they were able to buy into our idea.
Today, Royal Crown has a tall list of multinationals thanks to investments in machinery which boosts capacity, quality and consistency. Royal Crown has capacity to do 3,000 tons a month. Production begins with a production planner who receives the orders. The quality control team does the assessment of the orders and gives the go-ahead. Then next, the corrugator.
We feed the machine with paper reels, just single paper. So in there, that's when the manufacturing takes place, because with starch and the rest, it gets bonded and you have your boards coming out. This machine we have does about 60,000 boards. So it comes out. From there, it will move to the conversion department. The conversion department is where the cartons are, the board sheets that you have produced are now, it comes cut already, but it comes as just some square or rectangular sheets, depending on the dimensions that has been fed into the machine. You know, everything is networked, so every customer's dimension is in there. From there, the converter also knows what to print on it because it is networked.
Next to the logistics team that dispatches the finished products, Royal Crown has capacity to meet nationwide demand. Royal Crown is currently exporting its products to other West African countries, including Mali, Togo, Benin, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Much of the production, though, is dependent on the availability of the primary raw material, which is paper.
It's quite tough out there because when sourcing for raw materials, we are sourcing with the whole world. So we are looking for the same paper that China is looking for. We're looking for the same paper that the Europeans are looking for. So, but we're able to maneuver our way through. It's not easy at all, but we do. And interestingly, when it comes to, you're from Africa going to buy paper, so you know those international barriers there. But we mean business.
The 6-year journey has got some remarkable highlights.
Internationally, we won the AfriStar Award. AfriStar Award is the Institute of Packaging for Africa. So we entered into that competition. That is very, very, very competitive. Royal Crown, we won. And then it didn't end there. We went to the World Star. So we have IOPG Ghana. Then you go to AfriStar, and then we went to World Star, and that's we also won an award.
Currently, Royal Crown Packaging Limited is looking to innovate and is experimenting with new ideas. And there is also the Continental Free Trade Area.
We've explored how the Continental Free Trade is going to also work and see how we can take advantage of that, because we also have to think of our clients outside. If they don't benefit from the after, then it becomes a problem. They wouldn't want to buy from you. We have other, it's an open market. We have our other competitors, not even Ghana, coming to set in within the sub-region. So we trying to educate ourselves to see what we can do, and then get to some melting point where we can both have a win-win situation.
Royal Crown has created jobs for many young people and has rolled out CSR projects targeted at schools. So what next for the packaging firm?
We are not there yet. For us, we are not there yet. Yes. We want to increase our output, and then I just mentioned a few of the countries outside, so we want to add more, and even not just add more countries, but take over a lot of the volumes in those countries. And even Ghana, a lot of companies are springing up, taking advantage of the 1D1F. Once they are coming up, then there should be packaging. So why not? We want to go all over, so that even when you get to the US and you see a carton, you just leave the carton, look beneath it, and you know that, oh, this is from Royal Crown Packaging in Ghana.
The story just began. And that's Business Live tonight. Thanks for watching. There's more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Darryl Kwao. We'll be back same time tomorrow.